Jai Hind students, and very warm welcome to you all to the online classes of Shri Ram Public School. And once again we are here with this online medium of learning, and I am your subject teacher Bhavita Pandey, subject teacher of accountancy, and we are here once again with the class of accountancy. Today we are going to learn the topic of bill of exchange, which I initially introduced in our yesterday's lecture. So this chapter was going on in our regular classes, but now I will start it afresh from the beginning. I will start this chapter. So first of all, we are going to understand what is bill of exchange. In today's video, we are going to learn about the few points. What will be the few points? First one, meaning of bill of exchange. What is bill of exchange? Second thing, what are the main parties involved in bill of exchange? How many parties? As in accountancy, how many parties we have to do the accounting for bill of exchange? Now third one is about the journal entries of bill of exchange. Okay, that we are going to learn step by step in this video. These will be the main points. So coming on the first point of today's video, that is meaning of bill of exchange. What is bill of exchange? See, in accountancy you have learned that there is a buyer and a seller. And always whenever we record accounting transaction, there must be two parties, one who is giving and one who is receiving anything. Okay, so these two parties we will record in our accounts. Now if these things or these transactions are going against cash, that is, if we are exchanging goods in lieu of cash, then it's okay, and we can record those transactions in our journal and ledger. Okay, but what if we are going to we are going to purchase the goods on credit? What will happen then? Suppose as a businessman you are going to purchase goods on credit, and that goods or the money you need to purchase the goods, that are the amount is not sufficient. So what will you do in that sequence or in that consequence? What will happen? You need to purchase that goods on credit. Now what happens here, that in exchange of goods, okay, in exchange of those heavy amount of goods, we need to arrange some security or some account, or you can say something which can assure the seller that you are going, as a buyer, you are going to repay that person. Okay, so for that assurance purpose, the seller used to write a document that is called as bill of exchange, which is known as bill of exchange. When goods are purchased on credit, the document which the seller writes on buyer. Why? So that he may be assured. Who may be assured? So that the seller may be assured that he will be receiving a certain amount of money on a particular date. So that document is known as bill of exchange. Now we will understand the meaning of bill of exchange as per the Instrument Act. Okay, so here I have written the meaning of bill of exchange. A bill of exchange is an instrument. What is a bill of exchange? Is an instrument in writing. Mind it, that bill of exchange should always be in written. No oral things or oral communication will be conducted or treated as bill of exchange. If we are talking about bill of exchange, that document should be in written. Now what things are written in that instrument or in that document? So bill of exchange is an instrument in writing. Containing, what does it contains? Containing an unconditional order signed by the maker. That is an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person. That is, what is that? Bill of exchange is a document that we have understood. In written it should be. And what should be written in that document? There should be a particular person who has to promise to give a certain amount of money. That is signed by the maker. That means who will be the maker here? The seller. Okay, so bill of exchange is a document which is signed or written by the maker. Okay, what is written in that document? Directing a person. That is, document is a direction, document is a certain kind of direction in which a certain person, who will be that certain person? That person will be the buyer. Okay, so there will be a certain person to pay a certain sum of money. Okay, so we have understood that in bill of exchange there should be three main component. First one, that bill should be in written. Okay, second one, it is issued by the maker, or the maker would be the seller, who will instruct or direct a person. Whom he will instruct? He will instruct buyer. Okay, he will instruct buyer to pay a certain sum of money, on a certain date. Okay, so there should be three major components. What are these? There should be a certain person, certain amount also, and third one is certain date. Okay, so three major things which we must have in a bill of exchange. That there should be a certain person, naming person should be there. There should be a certain person whose name would be written in that document. There should be a certain amount, what amount he has to pay to the seller. That amount should also be mentioned, specific amount, and then there should be a certain date also, specific date, on which date he has to pay the amount. These all three things should be mentioned in bill of exchange. Now coming on the parties, what parties should be there? Okay, or we can say for how many people we need to do the accounting for this bill of exchange. So there should be three parties. There will be three parties. First one, the drawer. First one is the drawer. The drawer is the person who draws the bill. Who draws the bill or who issues the bill? I am writing down here a person who issues the bill. He will be called as the drawer. Second one, drawee. Drawee is the person, here one thing, for sure he will be the seller, because he have sold the goods on credit. So he is issuing the bill. He is issuing or writing the bill on the person to whom, means who has to pay the amount, certain amount. So the drawee is the person who accepts the bill. Accepts the bill. Okay, drawee is the person who accepts the bill, or we can identify that person as buyer. The person who has purchased the goods, he has to pay the money, so he will accept that bill. He will accept in that document that yes, I have purchased certain goods and in lieu of that goods on this particular date I will pay this much amount to this person. So he will accept all the things written in that document, that bill of exchange. So he will be the acceptor, or we can say he will be the drawee. Okay. Now third one is the payee. Who will be the payee? See, there may be two situations. First one is the drawee himself can be the payee. Means if I have purchased the goods, I will pay the amount. Then I will be the drawee also and I will be the payee also. Okay. So payee is the person who pays the bill, or we can say who pays the amount. That person will be known as the payee. Okay. Now we can once again revise all the three parties necessary in this chapter for whom we are going to do the accounting. First one is the drawer, who will issue the bill. Second one will be the drawee, who will accept the bill, and later on he may pay the bill also, or that is another thing, if he endorse the bills to someone else, that on my behalf you have to pay such amount. Okay. And third one will be the payee. Payee can be the same person who has accepted the bill, or he may be some other person who will on behalf of drawee, he will pay the bill, he will pay the amount. So there are three parties coming in the process of bill of exchange. Now we will learn the accounting process of bill of exchange. Okay, now we are going to learn about the journal entries in the books of drawer and the books of drawee. First situation is when the bill is retained by the drawer till the date of maturity. If till the date of payment he retains the bill with himself, then what will be the entry? First entry will be like when he is going to sell the goods. Okay. First entry. So there will be first entry which will be when goods are sold on credit. So that will be like in books of, we can say that we are going to sell the goods. Okay. So there will be the entry like drawee account debit. The person who has purchased the goods, he will be debited, and to sales account it will be. Okay, like that we can have first entry, and narration will be goods sold on credit. Okay. Here in books of drawee, the person who has purchased the goods, we will mention the entry of purchasing the goods. So here it will be like purchase account debit to whomever we have purchased the goods, that will be to drawer account. Okay. Here the entry is purchased goods on credit. Okay. Now coming on the second entry. Second entry will be bills receivable account debit. Okay, bills receivable account debit and to whomever we have debited here, the purchaser who had purchased the goods, now we are transferring his liability to bill receivable. So he will be credited here to drawing account. Okay. Now for accepting the bill, it will be for issuing of bill receivable. हमने issue किया है, we have issued the bill, so here it will be bill receivable entry. Now in the books of purchaser, it will be bill payable. Mind it, bill receivable will be for that person who is going to receive the money. Now the person who is going to receive the money, for him this bill will be bill receivable. In lieu of that bill, he will receive some amount. And now in the books of purchaser, here we are going to mention that same bill with the name of bill payable. Why? Because this person has to pay the amount. Okay. So here it will be like, here we have credited drawer. Now here it will be drawer account debit to bills payable account. Okay. It will be for acceptance of bill payable. This entry shows that we have accepted the bill. Okay. Now coming on the third entry, that will be last entry of this case, bank account debit to bill payable, which will be the entry at the time of payment. If the drawer has retained the bill till the due date of maturity, then this entry will come bank account debit to bill receivable. And in the books of payee, here he will be the payee. In the books of payee, the entry will be like bill payable account debit to, it will be to bank account. Bank account will be credited because we are giving the payment. We are giving the payment, so here the bank account will be credited and bill payable account will be debited. And there in the books of seller or in the books of drawer, we are going to receive the payment, so here the bank account will be debited and bill receivable will be credited, so that that bill may be ended in the books. Okay, so this was the entry, this was the initial entry for first case of this chapter when the bill is retained by the drawer. Now the homework is you have to solve the questions, you have to do the questions related to this topic from your book. And if you have any problem, you can contact me on WhatsApp, through WhatsApp. So homework, once again I am revising. Homework is to solve the questions relating to this topic. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a good day.